that you're saving yourself from red, bumpy skin by maybe skipping a shave and going for a bikini wax. But if it is done wrong, it could lead to a serious infection. Dr. Barry Handler from Alvarado Hospital here to tell us, all right, let me see if I can say this, how to wax wisely. I did it.
Thank you, Renee. I think the thing to be aware of is that in addition to removing the hair, when you choose to wax your bikini line, you're creating injury to the skin too, and that's the natural barrier to infection. So
I want to talk about we'll talk more about some of the wax wisely tips because those are so important. But I was blown away. I was reading an article yesterday about a woman who was going to get a Brazilian wax, and she had done this many times, ended up contracting a very serious infection, had to go to the hospital for 5 days, had an IV in her arm, thousands of dollars in emotional distress later. It was one of the worst experiences of her life.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but it's important for people to realize that you have bacteria on your skin naturally, and that if you create an injury to the skin, those bacteria can get inside and cause an infection.
So let's talk about waxing wisely, because I think this is hugely important for women.
Yeah, I think that it's really, really important that you look at the facility and make sure that they keep it clean and that they have the appropriate licensure. Estheticians in California have to be licensed by the state, and that means that they've had certain training. It's important to know the signs of infection: redness, swelling, pain, fevers. You know, look over all the options. There's various types of waxes, and some of them are more damaging to the skin. And I think that, you know, at least in some of the cases that have been reported, the patients that developed infections had some serious health problems where one could retrospectively predict that they might have an infection.
They might be more prone to it. Let's talk about double dipping, because that's something that is a big, big no-no.
Well, I think most people that serve dip and chips know what double dipping is, but when they apply the wax, they use some sort of a wand to do that, or a tongue depressor, and they can pick up bacteria when they transfer the wax to your skin, and they can transfer that bacteria back to the pot of wax, which they'll in turn share with the next person. So it's important to watch the person who's doing the waxing and make sure that they're not doing that.
And also, we're not saying that there is necessarily going to be more trouble with a Brazilian versus a regular bikini wax, but you say the potential is there because you're dealing with more layers of skin.
Well, it's a larger area that you're treating, so there's going to be more skin that's damaged. It's closer to the bikini area where there's different bacteria, and so it is a setup for more problems. But I think that if you're very careful about it and you cleanse yourself beforehand, go to a good facility, and then watch carefully for infection afterward, I think it can be done safely.
Yeah, I mean, who would have ever thought you go for a little beauty treatment to hang out at the beach and you end up in the hospital? Just something you really want to stay away from.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah. Dr. Barry Handler, thanks for joining us from Alvarado Hospital. I am so impressed. You guys have experts from every kind of specialty here, and you deal with the plastic surgery and reconstructive surgery, and I know you help some kids that wouldn't be able to get surgeries without some volunteer work that you guys do. So thanks so much for coming in today.
Well, thank you, Renee.